What they're asking there is basically what is the formula you're going to be able to use to figure out the grams if they gave you moles. Okay, Kristen, this came for you. Okay, so what? In other words, what's my formula for grams? Here, can you give that to her? Thank you. If I'm looking for mass, in other words, if I'm looking for grams, what's my formula? You also have moles times your molar mass, your GFM, right? Okay, that's what that's asking. Okay, and so number 6 says when going from grams to moles, like in other words, they're giving you the grams, but you're trying to find the moles. So what's my formula for moles? Now that one is, you're going to divide, right? So you're going to divide what by what? James, unplug, mijo. What goes on top? Guys, this goes back to the formula that you should have written on your periodic table. What's your formula to find moles? Yep, your grams, very good. Grams divided by your GFM. Guys, you need to have these formulas written down somewhere. We've been doing these for 3 weeks. Okay? Now, if you're going from moles to atoms, like in other words, they're giving you the moles, what do you need for atoms? What's that number? Avogadro's number, very good. Because 1 mole, because remember, whatever you have given in moles, 1 mole is going to be, let me go ahead and erase that so I can have some space. Today's Thursday, sweetheart. So 6.02 times 10 to the 23 atoms. Okay? And what if you're going from atoms to moles? What if they're giving you the atoms? Let's say they're giving you atoms over here. Then what would you have to do? Where would the atoms go? Get off the phone, mija. Huh? But on the top or on the bottom? Top. If I have atoms here, remember to cancel atoms, it needs to go where? On the bottom. So atoms would be down here, and your 1 mole would be on top. And that's how you would find moles. So this would be your 6.02 times 10 to the 23 atoms. And that's how you would find your mole. Okay, so it's basically asking you, like, how you're going to set it up. What's your formula? Okay, for those. Those are the answers. Okay. What's number 14? Huh. What does number 14 say?
It's asking for...
Okay, I think I'm in the wrong place. It's asking for how many atoms?
How many atoms are in 10.7 grams of silver?
In 10.7
grams.
grams of silver. Okay, so let's go ahead and move this up. Hello there. Okay, so atoms, 10.7 grams of silver, right? So let's move this a little higher, that way.
The screen is still frozen.
Oh, okay. Let's unfreeze the screen. There we go. Okay, so remember, can I go straight from grams to atoms? No. So you have to go to moles first. Okay, ladies? So remember, to find moles, you have to have the 10.7 grams of Ag. And what's my formula for moles? Divided by the molar mass, right? And so my molar mass of silver is how much? How much does silver weigh?
107.6.
So it'll be like 108. So now go on the calculator and do 10.7 divided by your 108. That's going to give you the moles of silver. And how much is that? Point one? And there's no other numbers after that? 0.0999. Okay, so 0.1. All right. So now you have the moles. Now that I have the mole, remember that whatever unit is here, that's going to go where? On the bottom, right? And you're looking for atoms, so atoms goes on top. And this will give you your atoms. What's my number for mole every time it's with the Avogadro's number? Yep, 6.02 is going to be the atoms, right? That's Avogadro's number.
602.
And mole is going to have what? 1. So you're going to do the 0.1 times the 6.02 times 10 to the 23 equals, this is going to give you your answer for the atoms of silver. Okay? You good? Yes? Anything else, guys? Okay. Okay, number 12 is this one, the one that says the 9.49 going from atoms to moles. Is that the one you want?
Yes.
Okay. So remember, you always write your given first, the 9.49 times 10 to the 23 atoms. And that's of iron, right? Okay, now, can I go, do I have a conversion that goes straight from atoms to moles?
Yes.
Yes, so remember that whatever this unit is, guys, and I'm still seeing some people having a little trouble with that, okay? Boys, we should all be listening right now, okay? This stuff, you guys do it, but you're memorizing it for the moment, and that's come you're not keeping it, you're not remembering what we did last week, okay? Remember that whatever this unit is, it's always going to go on the bottom because it has to cancel. So this atoms is going to go down here. And atoms is what number?
6.02 times 10 to
Your Avogadro's number. Very good. 6.02 times 10 to the 23. And what's going to be on top?
the 1 mole Fe.
Yep, the 1 mole. And then this is going to give you your answer in moles, right?
0.58.
So you're going to do the 9.49 second EE23 divided by 6.02 second EE23, and that's going to give you your moles. What's your moles? Divide that out. 1.58? Okay, and that will be your moles of iron. Okay? Where do we have questions? Look at the review. Is there anything else we need to go over? Yes? Huh? Number 5? Okay. Number 5. Okay, number 5, you're going to look at, it's saying going from moles. That means they're giving you something in moles. And they want you to look for grams. So what's, in other words, what's my formula for grams? The moles times your molar mass. And that's it. It's going to be the moles times your GFM, your molar mass. Okay? That will give you your grams. Remember, mass is grams. Okay? Very good. Anything else? Okay, you can work together, but guys, you need to work on it. It's a review. It's still due, okay? All right. Okay, someone just asked about number 18. They're asking for the empirical formula. So in other words, which two of these, of all of these samples, are like each other? So here, can I reduce number 1?
Yes.
What can I reduce that to?
CH2O.
CH2O, and so that's my empirical formula, right? So you're going to do all the empirical formulas for all of these. For example, number 2, can we reduce it anymore?
No.
This will be CH2O, right? So these two already are alike because it's saying which two substances have the same empirical formula, right? So you need to find the empirical formula for all of them. And then say which two are alike. So like you have to reduce them. So look at number 6. What is that going to reduce to?
CH.
CH. Very good. And that one is not like these two, right? So you're gonna figure out all of them. What's my empirical formula for number 3? Yep, it's gonna stay the same because we can no longer reduce it, right? Okay. What about number 4?
CH3OH.
Because you can no longer reduce it anymore, right? Okay, and what about number 5?
Reduces to CH2O.
CH2O. Very good. Now, is that like one of the other ones?
Yes.
Yes. So those 3 are going to be alike each other. And that's what the question's asking.
What was number 4?
Okay.
It was CH3, right?
Number 4, CH3OH. Even if you put the CH4O, you still can't reduce it further. Okay? Yes? Okay. Number 14. Okay, let's look at number 14. That's the other page, right? 15 together. Number 15. Oops, let's go further this way. Okay. So what is it that they're giving you? What is it that they're giving you?
23.
Yep, they're giving you atoms. And what is it that they're looking for?
The grams.
So now, can I go straight from atoms to grams?
No.
I can't, right? You have to go to what first? To the moles. Okay, so remember that you always write down your givens. So the 2.3 times your 10, and then what's your exponent? 26. And, why is this not writing? Okay, and this is atoms. Okay, so remember that this unit is always going to go where? The unit's always going to go in the bottom. Very good. So atoms goes down here. And your mole has to go on top. Because remember, you must go to the mole before you can find grams, right? Okay, so what's going to be my number for mole? 1. And what's my number for the atoms? No, the Avogadro's number is always your atoms, your molecules, or your ions, right? Okay, girls, please. Okay, so it's going to be 6.02 times 10 to the 23. Okay? This is going to cancel out your atoms, and it will give you the moles. All right, so now put that in the calculator, the 2.3 second EE26, because that's your exponent, divided by the 6.02 second EE23 equals, what are they giving you? What's your answer there?
3.
Just 3? Is there anything on the side? Guys, divide. What are they giving you?
That's what I got mixed
382? Okay, 382.
Yeah.
And nothing else on the right?
No.
No times 10 or anything?
No.
Okay, so now, are we finished? Ladies, please, stop talking. Okay, once you have the moles, you're going to look for your grams, right? What's your formula for grams? How do you find grams?
It's here.
Yes, you're using helium, but what's your formula to find the grams of helium? Because your given is the 382 moles of helium, right? But how do I find grams? How do I find my mass?
Oh yeah, you divide by 6.02.
Now, the 6.02 is Avogadro's number for atoms, formula ions, molecules, all of that. We already used that to get the moles, yes? What's your question, ma'am?
You multiply by 1.
Yes, you're going to get the moles times the molar mass because you're going to have one mole here. Guys, you know what I'm still seeing this. Boys, please, okay? What I'm still seeing is you're not putting the unit. That unit, this unit is what's telling you what to do. Because the mole is here, that mole has to be down here so you can cancel it out. And that's going to give you the grams, okay? But the reason you're still stuck on not knowing what to do is because you're not putting that unit. If you don't have the unit, you're flying blind. It's like trying to get an address without the street name. Are you going to go somewhere and say, oh, it's next to the McDonald's? You know how many McDonald's there are in San Antonio? Okay, so you have to way more than that. Okay? You have to have your unit that's giving you a specific way to go. Okay? So now what's my molar mass of He? Look at the periodic table. What's your mass? Huh? 4. Very good. So now what do? Yep, you're going to multiply 382 times 4. This is going to give me my grams of He. That's going to give you your total. Okay? Guys, you can't memorize on what you're doing and get the answer just for that day. You need to use the units because you're going to have different things all the time. Okay? Yes? Any other questions? Okay, that was for number 13. Okay? Okay, don't forget that the molar mass they're giving you is your molecular formula. Okay? And then your empirical formula, you have to get the molar mass. So remember, you have 1 carbon, you have 2 hydrogen, and you have 1 oxygen. Okay? And carbon weighs 12, hydrogen weighs 1, oxygen is 16. Girls, I'm recording over here. Carbon is 12, hydrogen is 2, and oxygen is 16. So you're going to add all of this up, and this is going to be the molar mass for your empirical formula. Right? Okay. So my molar mass here is grams per mole, and that's 30, right? So remember that your formula is your molecular formula divided by your empirical formula, and that's going to give you your N. So that 180.2 grams per mole divided by the 30 grams per mole, this is going to give you your N. So go ahead and get a calculator and do that real quick.
Okay.
So what did you get?
6.
So 6.0? So just 6, right? Okay, so remember that this number is what you're going to multiply times the empirical formula. Which is right there, right? So you're going to get the CH2O times 6. So that means how many total carbons do I have?
66.
Mm-hmm. H12, and then O6. So this whole thing is going to be your molecular formula.
That looks super.
Okay?
Thank you so much.
That sound better?
Yes.
Okay.
I remember now. Thank you.